cooking. Hey, anybody out there, just say hi. This is my first live session, so it's a little tricky. It's just me trying to set up the right angle for the camera, so I know you can't see everything in the pot, but I promise I will talk you through each step. It's Mel in the City 7-6 in the kitchen, and my new live is dinner at 8. So here we are, and with most of my dishes, they take only about 20-25 minutes. So because this had rice involved, I started that off camera, and it's almost done. Actually, it's done. Okay, so we got jasmine rice. Tonight's dish, if you saw my earlier post, is going to be garlic shrimp with mushrooms, peas, and a cream sauce. And it has become one of my favorite go-tos because I use low-fat ingredients except for the butter. And it tastes great on so many things. Well, you all know I'm a huge fan of Trader Joe's. I basically want to be able to incorporate all of my other favorite items that I use on a regular basis when you see me cooking in less than 20 minutes, because this is how I eat. And it's my goal that these cooking sessions are either going to help people when they go back to work and get home late and need to get some quick dinner on the table, or you want to prepare something ahead of time and have like a leftover, possibly if you don't have a lot of little people in your house, or you basically just want to work with your children. Like a good friend of mine, she tunes in with her son so that he can learn how to cook the basics. And I'm telling you for a fact, I look at that little baby Kobe, he's like 1.5, and he is so delightful, and I really just like the joy of him helping his mom, and he doesn't even know how to talk yet, but he loves food as much as I do. So let me get started with the second half of the deal. This is one of my very rare two-pot meals, again, because if there's pasta or rice involved, I have to have a second pot. So because of how this is done, the shrimp are going to go into the pot with a little bit of garlic salt. How would I cook without it? You know better. Okay. And we're going to turn that flame on medium-high. So as I said, I cooked the rice ahead of time, and that'll be ready for the finished product. But what I like to do is season the shrimp first, take them out, and then prepare all the other ingredients that are involved with the cream sauce, like the butter and the flour and the onions and the garlic. And then the peas will go in with the mushrooms once the cream sauce is well on its way. But it's really easy. I mean, I Googled a few recipes. I used to cheat. Yeah, I did used to cheat and use cream of mushroom soup or cream of chicken. But I totally prefer this quick version because you can do it with, I do mine with sour cream, but I also do it with low-fat yogurt. And the whole trick of it is you prepare everything, and that dairy product goes in last after you turn the heat off. Here I was thinking you had to cook the cream sauce, but no. But you need to use it right away. So that's all I'm giving you today. All right, so I'm a little nervous. You know, I'm always cooking, but I'm not used to cooking. And let me see who's here. What am I cooking, City Broker? Hey, Julie. Oh, my goodness. Hi. I am making shrimp and cream sauce with mushrooms, onions, and peas over jasmine rice. And this is one of my favorite quick recipes. You guys get home late. You know, brokers are always eating on the road. I'm addressing the couple of you there. You're always eating out, grabbing food on the go. And I used to bring my lunch to work because I like my own food. And all the guys or girls that don't cook would come to my desk and ask me where I ordered my lunch from. And I would tell them my kitchen. So there you go. So these shrimp had a lot of water on them. I just want to get them to get a little not translucent. That only takes a couple of minutes. So how's everybody doing? You know, New York City's reopening tomorrow, but we basically don't know where we're going to be at. So, you're coming over. Sorry, it's only for me. So yeah, cooking good in the hood. You know, this quarantine has been very eye-opening. A lot of people are developing new talents and they want to see what they can do to monetize the next level of their careers if they're in a non-essential position. I'm one of those people. So I basically just got in the kitchen and, you know, not being so active, you don't want to eat as much. So you cut back on some things. All right, we don't want them to cook completely, so I'm going to take them out. I tried to get everything diced and sliced before I went on camera because I don't want you to watch me doing that. So this meal is good for a few people if you add a whole bag of shrimp and you cook, you know, a couple of cups of rice. It's really easy and it tastes good. Okay, you girls are on the side. That's not an invitation to cheat, I'm just saying. So we're going to dump this buttery water. And now starts the butter cream sauce into the pan. Oh, I didn't cut my onions. So yeah, it's basic ingredients. I laid everything on a tray. There's shrimp, there are peas, mushroom, onions. The sauce is with butter, garlic, onion, sour cream, and a little cornstarch I like to use instead of flour. But it's all making the thickening agent. And I like to use Rico's freshly diced garlic with mine. So I'm going to get a little bit of that on the fire. Smaller spoon, sorry. So again, we're like just coming through the end of the new beginning. And I'm waiting to see how the city looks down in my neighborhood. You know, I'm always out socializing. And I live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of lounges and small businesses. And I'm really curious to see how this is going to turn out when this is all over completely, where we can all go back to work. It's been really tough. So this sauce, okay, let's get back to cooking. 3 tablespoons of butter. Yeah, I don't eat this much butter in a year, but because I started making this, I had to get some. This is the base of the cream sauce. A little extra. So what you do is let that butter melt down. Put in your onions. Yeah, let's cut them up a little bit. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I wish you were here, but stay safe. So the butter is what really adds all that richness. I don't use whole milk, so that's why I looked for recipes that had sour cream or yogurt, the low-fat, unsweetened kind, okay? So that goes there. Now you put in a tablespoon of cornstarch or flour, and this is your thickening agent. You want to turn this heat down a little bit. You really got to watch this. So let's turn that down. We don't want to burn that. Stir that while it gets a little thickening, okay? Ooh, nice. Nice, nice. And when you have butter, salted butter, then you don't need a lot of extra spicing with this. You know, I'm always using my garlic sauce. But I like what has come from this for the last couple of times that I made it. Now you add in, keep that flame low. Keep it low, but stir this and get all the little bumps out. You need a cup of chicken broth. So this is where your salt comes back in. I use this. It's quick. It's easy. Let me get my measuring cup. Where's my measuring cup? All right, we'll do it in this cup. Happy Sunday. This is my Sunday supper. You know, I always cook on Sundays. So this is just me doing what I do, just doing it on camera for you. Let's get that. Put a little water. So you use about 1.25 cups. Be right back. You're adding some chicken broth to the butter and flour mix. Just pour that in. So this is going to be the background after you put all this together. When this thickens, depending on how much gravy you want on your food. Mushrooms only take a second to cook, and I don't like them to be very wilted, and I like my peas to be a little crunchy. So they've been thawing out frozen peas, organic frozen peas. Yes, some Trader Joe's and Trader Joe's shrimp. They've been thawing out for a little while because when I throw those in, it's only going to cook for 2 or 3 more minutes and it's ready to serve. So now I do need to get a little bit more of the chicken broth. Definitely. Not enough fluid. Now this gravy that I'm making, this chicken broth, this cream sauce, you can use this over pork, you can use it over fish, you can use it over chicken. It's really versatile. So don't be stuck. Just learn how to make it, and then you can use it for whatever purpose you need. Let's get that in there. Okay. All set. Growing up, my parents gave a lot of dinner parties, and I was used to real dishes, no Dixie, and always cleaning the kitchen. So I'm like a real fanatic when it comes to keeping the kitchen clean while you're cooking and cleaning it right after I eat. I'm a little nutsy with that. But it was coming really nicely. It doesn't turn white and creamy until you put the sour cream in at the end. So right now, this is like a soft brown gravy because a little bit of the cooking essence gave it some pigment. But it looks pretty good. Okay. So I hope you're ready to get back out in the streets and just be safe. And, you know, social distancing is still going to be a big issue. I'm not quite ready to get back on the subways, but, you know, I'm going to walk as much as I can until we get the go-ahead that, you know, they've controlled how many people or whatever, however you were going to do it here in New York City. I don't even know. It is a new day. So there's that. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and put the peas in. They need a little more time. Okay. Ideally, you want to whip the cream in with nothing else in here. But because I'm using peas today, I want the peas to get a little cooked. So if anybody is enjoying my meal selections or has some favorite items that they have in the pantry and they don't really know how to use, you know I love spices and I'm always trying something new. Let's get that back over there. Hey, Carolyn. Boosie, hi. Thank you for tuning in. Bear with me. This is my first live. Let me taste that. Could use a little garlic. You know me. A little more garlic. So, Sunday supper. Single girl swag. You know that's my tagline. Because I like to eat gourmet every day. That's how my parents raised me, and all my siblings can cook. So I like to cook good for myself. It's just me, but I like to eat well. And we're trying to keep that belly fat down. So good luck with that, with you eating something else. I like my vice. My real vice is potato chips. And I have to sometimes just give them away, take them outside to my friends, because I can nibble on them all day long. It's a little hot in here. Okay, so all of that, I'm going to start cleaning up. Told you, clean as you go. So I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit so we can get this moving and I can serve my dinner. So remember, the base of the cream sauce is just 3 tablespoons of butter, melted with some garlic and a little bit of onion and maybe a little salt. When that melts down, you put in a tablespoon of flour or cornstarch and you stir that to make it get a little thick. And then you add a 1.25 cups of turkey, vegetable, beef, or chicken broth. Okay, it doesn't matter. Obviously, the beef one's going to turn your sauce a little brown, but it's already a little brown. And then you just kind of let it simmer. And then when you feel like it's thickened enough, which it almost is, okay, I'm going to now throw in the mushrooms. So the shrimp could actually have been separate on the side, but we're going to put everything back in this pan in 2 seconds. I just want the mushrooms to get close to the base of the pot so they can pick up that essence as well. So when I used to eat out at one of my favorite Italian restaurants in Soho, a lot of the dishes that I like, they have bow tie pasta, peas or avocado or asparagus in them, and they had shrimp and scallops and what have you. So I decided I'm going to learn how to do that at home, and now I have plenty of time to do it. So thank you again for tuning in. Mel in the City 76 in the kitchen on the Lower East Side, just trying to make something good for supper. I pray everyone is safe and well, and you know, it's all good. Teach your kids how to cook. Teach yourself how to cook a little something healthy. Stop ordering so much fast food. This is why we in my community, speaking to my people especially, we have, you know, a lot of issues with weight and diabetes and cholesterol and what have you. And I don't eat like this every day. As you can see, I eat tons of salad, but I do have things that I indulge in. Just have to do it in moderation. Here's some white pepper. Well, okay. Saucy looks ready to go with the cream. But shrimp go back in. And all of this is going to be served over jasmine rice. And I'll take a picture of the finished product. Yeah, Thai food, Vietnamese food, their rices, they have a lot of peas and sausage, shrimp, and other ingredients in their rices, and I fell in love with that. So that's my new thing. And here's my sour cream. And this is how we do this. Hope I didn't get my whisk. I need my whisk. Where are you? Oh, I should have looked for that before. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, they call for a 1/4 cup of sour cream. So this is all getting along, and it's time to turn the heat off. Done. Let that sit for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, in you go.